I first want to start off with a question. And if anyone raises their hand, I'll stop immediately. Raise your hand if you think humans are perfect. Anyone? No one? Exactly. We as humans always make mistakes, no matter how much we try not to. But if we know humans aren't perfect, why do we expect other humans to be? Why do we expect celebrities, who are also human, to not make any mistakes and always try to look for any imperfections they have? And if we find one, try to tear down the whole career for it, no matter how big or how small. And this is what we call cancel culture. However, I say we should cancel this cancel culture and try to let people grow from their mistakes. For example, back in 2019, Kevin Hart was nominated to host the Oscars, something Hart dreamed of doing. But sadly, he had to step down because the internet shamed him of a tweet 8 years ago. Can you believe it? 8 years ago. For me, I was 12 and in 7th grade, and man, did I make a lot of mistakes. And while you may say, hey, Hart was 31 8 years ago, and you were 12 8 years ago, that's the difference between an adult and a kid. To that, I say, we're one and the same. We are all still learning, no matter how old we are. And also, the world was very different 8 years ago. 8 years ago, Facebook didn't even have a stock in the stock market. So why do we like to find every little flaw in these celebrities and try to ruin their career for it? Or in fact, who does? And these people that do are the haters and trolls that dislike the celebrities. But if we know that it's these haters and trolls, why do we continue to cancel these people based on these random trolls or haters' allegations? And part of it has to do with context and mob mentality. For Hart, 8 years ago, the world was not so progressive with the push for justice for the LGBTQ community. And someone took that opportunity to expose him for that, even though he is nothing like that today and has changed ever since it changed 8 years ago. But after someone got the ball rolling, someone piled on and shared it, and that person piled on and shared it, and a mob mentality started to form where people didn't know what he said, but knew, man, we should pile on this guy. So where do we draw the line between troll allegations and real allegations? And of course, I'm not saying to hold no one accountable, because if we didn't, a celebrity like R. Kelly, who clearly had sex with underage girls, would be roaming about. But instead, we need to take everything with a grain of salt. We need to fact check our sources, and we need to let people learn from their mistakes, because without them, we would never grow.